20 boys prep basketball teams from South Dakota and Iowa converge on Sioux Falls today for the Sanford Pentagon Classic, and it features one of the biggest games of the prep hoops season as the top-ranked team in Class A, the T-Titans, took on AA's #1 Lincoln at a packed Sanford Pentagon. First quarter, the dynamic duo for T, Justin Hone to Noah Friedel, Trey Bien, and one as T gets out to a 4-point lead. Lincoln's Jared Jaros says, any three you can three, I can three better. As Lincoln gets back to within a point, it was a seesaw battle for most of the first half. Quickly in transition, it's Hone. He can score two. He's heading to UC Irvine. He gets 2 plus the foul. Titans take a 9-3 lead. In the second quarter, though, Lincoln gets back in, and Jeff Hulseth was not particularly happy with that first quarter. I bet he liked this, though. Nate Breck, off balance, still gets it to go. Lincoln within 2. Stayed close into the third quarter. That's when the Titans would start to pull away. Here's Cade Stearns down low, getting that one to go. As T makes a statement, they win at 65-47. Third-ranked Sioux Falls Christian facing 14-1 Sioux City East. The Chargers were down 10 with about 2.5 minutes to go. They mount a furious rally. Mitchell Ooster inside gets the Chargers to within 5. Then with less than 30 seconds left, it's going to be Mitchell Goodberry getting into the lane. He gets the Chargers to within 3 with 19 seconds to go. They actually did have a chance to tie it, but they would turn it over, and East would hit free throws down the stretch. Chargers' valiant comeback falls short, 75-70. Girls basketball, the DAC-12 NEC Clash up in Madison. Top-ranked Lennox against 9-3 Redfield Dolan, and it's Lennox out and running early on. Riley Peters from the wing for a 3 as the Orioles take a 7-point lead. Next Pheasant possession, it's Trista Frost down low. She powers it up and in. Chilly move if you're an Oriole fan as Lennox's lead cut down to 5. Move ahead to the fourth quarter. Pheasant's Eve Miller gets the outlet and gets the 3 at the top of the key. Lennox's lead cut down to 9, but Orioles have a lot of weapons. One of them is Leslie Philippi. She answers with a long-distance connection, and the Orioles get the win 50-37. Next up, second-ranked West Central putting their 12-0 record to the test against 10-2 Hamlin. Here we take it in the first quarter. The Trojans getting started with a step-up 3 from Rachel Eichmann as they take a 2-point lead a little bit later in the first quarter. Hamlin's Logan Kessler gets her own triple in a game full of big-time shots. We're tied up at 9 in the early going. Move ahead to the second quarter. We're about halfway through it now. Hamlin getting some energy and getting some life thanks to a mid-range jumper from Cammie Stevenson. The Trojans only leading by 3 at this point. However, in the final minute and a half, it's Eichmann once again pulling the trigger from way downtown. That's NBA range, and that's another win for West Central. They're 13-0, 49-36. We'll have more high school hoops in a bit, but it's a busy day on the college hardwood as well, and an important one for the state and U women, each of whom are trying to continue to build their NCAA tournament resumes, and each facing some difficult roadies this afternoon, or in the business, as we call them, some trap games. They had a few of them today. First up, USD at Fort Wayne. First quarter, Kira Duffy with position inside. She gets 2 of her 19 points. Despite this, the Yotes trailing the 6-15 Macedon, 17-14 after 1. Second quarter, they start to get some things together. Duffy to Taylor Frederick, spin up and in. She finished with 14. We're tied at 34 at the break, and Dawn Plitzwhite's team pulls away in the second half, thanks in big part to Allison Orange. She had 19 as well, and the Coyotes roll after getting a close game early, 71-49. The Jackrabbits got off to an even worse start in Tulsa against Oral Roberts, down by 14 early. State gets something going. Peyton Burkhardt out of Aberdeen, hooping the harm. She had 12 points. Jacks trail by 12 after 1. Then they go on a big run in the second quarter. Who else gets it going? Macy Miller inside with the left hand. She led SDSU with 16 points. Jacks on a 14-0 run. Final seconds of the half. Maya Sellen draws the defense and frees up Tag and Larson. Jacks led by 5 at half, and they get a big second half performance as well to go on to win 74-65. Back in the Rushmore State, Sioux Falls opening a doubleheader up with Crookston. All USF in the first half thanks to some sharp shooting. Kiara James from the top of the key. The Coup lead by 10 after 1, and they were dialed in from long distance as well. That's Lauren Sanders for 3. She had 11. The lead balloons to 17. And then the Cougars in a bit of a jam. They kick it out to Augusta Tramer. It was all Sioux Falls. They take it 80-47. Men's game up next. The Cougars were stunned last night by Bemidji State, and this was a bit of a stunner as well. Second half, Troy Houghton with the steal. Gets it to Trayvon Evans. Boom! Those are, believe it or not, his first points of the game in the second half. He finished with 13. And then check out another wild play here. Mad scramble for the ball. And out of this mass of humanity, it's eventually going to come to Drew Giebert. who puts in 2 of his game-high 27 as the Cougars take a 10-point lead. It looked like they were going to blow this one away the next time down when Tessie Powell cleans the glass and puts it in. USF led by 14, but they gave up a 20-3 run, and Chris Johnson's team trailed at him in his 6. Fortunately, they had a good finishing kick. Houghton for 2 of his career-high 9. Cougars get the win, 82-74. The NSIC Northern Division leading Northern State men in Mankato. They were kings of second effort tonight. Jordan Belka gets his shot rejected. That's why you keep on hustling as he passes to Parker Fox for the throwdown. Fox with plenty of hustle as well. He follows his own miss up here. Fox finishes with 16 points, and that's the pride of Huron. Justin Decker with a turnaround hook. He had 18. Wolves only up by 2 at half, but they get a big effort from their little guard, Mason Stark. He had 26 to lead all scores, and Northern wins 88-80. Finally, Augustana up north in Bismarck against Mary. They trailed by 13 at half, and they came out flying and dunking in the second half. Bodie Barons with a 2-handed rim rattler. That pass came from A.J. Plitzowide, who had a pretty good game. Here's 3 of his 23 points as the Vikings get back to within single digits. And then the jam session continues. It's Matt Cartwright to Trevor Hansen, the Sioux Valley alum, with no regard for human life. He had 13. Augie got within 7. They get no closer, though, as Matthew Kreklow hits 2 of his 14. Vikings fall 101-87. Mention that we have more high school hoops. They're online from our 6 o'clock show. Check that out on our website, kdlt.com, after the show tonight. We're back in 1 moment.